Just play.
To Just Play. This is my first review, and it's basically one of the first actually even game that I actually did back for GameFound, and it is Skytear Horde Monoliths. It's a standalone expansion of Skytear Horde games. This is their first expansion for it, and it's basically a lane-based tower defense system, right? And it's more focused for solo game, but they still have a cooperative wherein you do have two-player team fight and doing on the oncoming horde, or a three-player game wherein the third player does control the actual horde deck. We actually did try that once already with a couple of my friends, and then controlling the horde was a bit weird because you then have to do prioritize everything to where you want. Maybe it's your choice now rather than the actual um, the other player, right? But then that's why I think of it more of a solo game in that case. But in any case, I did pick up the retail version of Skytear Horde and then fell in love with it quickly because first of it is like quick setup, right? You can basically have everything up and running in just like a couple of like 5 minutes or so. Put everything with that, and then battle goes pretty quickly, like 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes, especially if you already know the rules and such and how the game flows. And that's what is really good with it. But the main problem with the actual first one was that the lack of the variability, right? You only have like the three decks that they gave you, and then that's why this expansion really like brings it up fully because it gives us more options in that case. So how does this actually work, right? So you basically have a deck. Use the deck to protect your castle, which is your main life. And the thing is that both the castle and your deck is your actual lifeline. The castle has a set hit points, usually 20. And then your deck of 40 cards, if it does ever run out, that means the game's over. And each turn, the horde, for example, you have a set horde draw cards, and you then draw a card from it, and then you just use its effects, depending if it be summoning a monster, or maybe a quick spell, right? Or it has some sort of attachments that will go through the monsters. From that point on, it will then follow suit a set of actions, either by playing your own cards, playing spells, the same thing, placing with attachments, and then you try to engage the monsters for each lane. And that's even a part of it because you only have a set of lanes available, and sometimes most of your abilities will say, hey, summon this, but then you can't no longer. So that's the real gist of the actual strategy of it, right? And then there comes in another phase wherein they add a little twist to it, the actual treachery phase. So it's like more with regards to pulling a bag in Arkham, right? You get a random modifier from you, and then it will either be increase the attack of either the rightmost monsters or the leftmost monsters, or sometimes even add some special effects like I add armor to this or something like that. And that small thing, even this like that small twist like that, it adds a kink on your planning because the horde phase comes first, and it's your own alliance phase where you try to plan what they have, and then a small card like that will like put a chink on your actual plan. And at which point the actual battle phase begins, right? And then you just resolve each abilities from left to right, and then you damage the monster in the end. And then the main objective of the game is to actually to kill the actual outsider, or what the leader of probably this horde deck. And the good thing about it is that it only summons after you, like, for example, do the damage to the actual portal, which is it has its own set of lives as well. So the portal usually has like indicates how many mana you have and how many horde monsters are then drawn out. And then the real reason is that you want to beat that outsider as soon as possible, but then have to deal with the actual portal itself, which then keeps on summoning, because at some point, if you do like kill down the portal, it will just only summon like one monster, and you will have like infinite mana or something like that. Even at some point, it will then heal you more from your deck. So the thing is, do you prioritize the outsider, or do you prioritize the actual portal, right? So with regards to this expansion, they added more to the actual variety, the decks, because in regards to the retail, they have the standard red, green, blue, the alliance decks that they have, the ones you build from, and then they provide a fourth one from the expansions, but unfortunately I was not able to get that from retail. So with these expansions, they added more from the 3 available types, further expanding its deck building. And with each deck type, each has about 2 tribes within that flavor, then which you can mix and match. But the main rules with regards to deck building is dependent on the castle that you actually do get. So they provided more castles as well. I think 2 for each type. And then the real extra additions are actually the new outsiders, which now has some like persistent effects, which is very neat, because for example, one has like you pull 1 extra treachery, so basically just trying to hurt yourself even more. And then monoliths even comes with even more like more types of monsters. Like they added the new monolith deck, the Slytherins, I think. I have to double check that and go from there. They updated the rulebook as well, with all fuel detail and good iconographies and everything. An easy way to see dictionaries, because sometimes I always do forget, hey, what does this do? And then you can always get that. And a couple of points with regards to the monoliths expansion is that they keep more of the same Skytear, which is very good in that card. The card art is really gorgeous to look at. And the games are really quick, and once you get to know the real flow, there are some drawbacks in it, which is the full luck of the draw with regards to like deck building. The main thing is that, for example, when minions attack you and then you do get milled for like 10 or 15 sometimes, and then you would just see all those cards, and maybe your main hero ability just pops up, and there's that's not what we wanted to see. The real good thing is the setup is really quick and easy, and you can either just start over when you do fail quickly, right? I really did enjoy it, which led me to me doing your review for it. And Skytear Horde Monoliths is a great expansion. They actually do have a campaign, another expansion for it, which is a campaign setup. So they add more stuff with regards to the decks that you have, and I think they even made some sort of campaign structure. I have yet to look at it. Maybe I'll try to check and see, but I'm still just trying to enjoy the one that I have. So yeah, thank you.